Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Eating Can Be Fun. This is lime curd scones, homemade whipped cream part 2. Icicles! Well, let me tell you what, there's a lot of icicles outside because it is freezing. It snowed again here in Baltimore, just when everything was melting, of course. So tomorrow it's going to freeze, and then just going to be a frozen block of ice. The whole city's going to be covered in just frozen whatever. But the good news is I can bake and turn the oven on the inside. I've got power, water, all of that. So I'm very grateful for what I've got, and I might gain a little more weight. But you know, what are you going to do? It's cold out. I mean, I'm just going to blame the winter on my weight gain, and then I don't feel so bad. Okay, so back to the important things. I had told you in the first segment I was making homemade lime curd, which I did post on my regular Facebook page, but I will post on my Beemore Foodie page. I've made mixed berry scones, which is a Trader Joe's mix, but I'll tell you what, it's really easy. But the difference is, it calls for about 2/3 cup of cold water. I split the difference and add half water, half heavy cream. Yes, that's what's up. Making them cream scones. I like rich scones. I do this every time. They turn out fantastic. It's going to look like the traditional English scone with the, it's like a circle, not a triangle. That's not really, to me, it's like that's just a triangle cookie. I mean, a scone to me is like a scone. And it really isn't scone, it's scone. Like scones, scone. That's how they pronounce it in England, but I'm just saying. Anyway, point is, it's a cookie, or it's a biscuit that's not, or a pastry, I don't know what you'd call it, but it's not super sweet. If your stuff is really sweet, then there's a problem. They should be just a hint of sweetness. And so that's what I've got. And I've made my own lime curd and homemade whipped cream, which I added cinnamon, cayenne pepper, because I like a little heat, and you add some vanilla extract. Get the real stuff. Don't buy this imitation stuff. It's like buying imitation crab. Really? Really? That doesn't even taste like crab, and you know what? If you live in Baltimore and that's what you're eating, I'm really offended right now, because you know, in Baltimore, it's all about the crab, and if you're buying imitation, go move somewhere else. I'm not trying to be mean, but then don't even bother eating it. It's imitation crab just doesn't count. I guess if you're vegetarian and you want that crab flavor, but you don't want the crab, but it's still fish, there's something there, so you're not doing anything different. So just forget it. Eat the real thing. It's worth it. So, I forgot how I got on that. Oh yeah, the vanilla. And I didn't have a lot of vanilla left, so I used some maple syrup. Now, the amount of whipped cream I made, how much heavy cream, I can't tell you. I can guess maybe 8 ounces. I used half a pint. Took a whisk. I got the trick is getting the bowl really cold. You gotta get a metal bowl, stick it in the freeze, get it ice cold. I'm talking ice cold. It will create lift in your cream. I just know that. Trust me. You gotta take a whisk. You gotta have some arm power. You gotta stop every while and take a breath, because it's tiring on your arm. You whip it up. I mean, I think you could do what you could do with a mixer, but I don't have a mixer. So guess what? I do have a mixer. I lied. Hand mixer. I just did it with the whisk. I said, forget it. By the time I dragged that thing out, So, I didn't have enough vanilla, so I used some maple syrup. Yes. Good maple syrup, though. And I didn't use a lot, just kind of tasted and went. So, between the cinnamon, the cayenne pepper, the maple syrup, the vanilla, whipped it down. If I kept going and I added salt instead of sugar, you get whipped butter. Again, you gotta have it cold. So, I've got that and the lime curd, which, again, and look how thick, yummy. Now, the thing is, I used a double boiler, which I cheated. I like to say MacGyvered my way through. I don't have a double boiler, so I used 2 pots that were about the same shape, stuck one on the other one, and the bottom one's going to have the water where you're boiling. The purpose is you have an indirect heat, so you're not having direct heat on that top pot, which has the contents you're cooking. Like I always say, MacGyver your way through. Now listen, if you don't know what MacGyver or who MacGyver is or what I mean by that, I should be like my mom and say, well, go look it up. Well, there was a show MacGyver, and the guy came up with ways to, like, we don't have this. What do we do, MacGyver? He'd come up with something in a moment's time to get them out of something. He'd whip up some kind of contraption or whatever. So that's what I'm talking about. I MacGyver my way. I make it work. I find whatever I can to make it work. And I saw somebody cheat and use 2 pots instead of going to Bed Bath and Beyond or Sur La Table or wherever to get a double boiler, which I would probably get down the road, but I never have used one, so I thought, well, tonight I don't care. And I'm listening to the Age of Aquarius, 5th Dimension, woohoo! You know, of course, the music is always grooving where I'm at because I am not about boring and I'm not about having silence. The sound of silence to me is louder because when I know when I'm sleeping and it's quiet, I'm thinking more. Seriously. My head is going, I don't want to hear my own thoughts. I'm with me all day. So I'm hearing the same stuff. I'd rather hear some tunes so I can just tune out my own thoughts, man. That's what's up. So, anyway, yeah. I don't know where I got off at another... Oh, double boiler. So I did the lime curd and that and all. So anyway, so I MacGyvered my way through, did it, as I showed you in the first segment. So, now I have a scone right here, which I took a little bite because I cheated and wanted to make sure it was good. Which I know. Now but normally I would slice this in half and put the curd on and then the whipped cream, but I'm just gonna lather this on top because I don't care. It's cold outside, so you know what? Look at let the sun shine. I wish it would. It would melt some of this. I'm throwing all cares to the wind because I don't care. It's cold inside. Woo! Yeah, this is so good. It's fattening, but you know what? Happy white girl dance. Oops, I think great. I just dropped whipped cream and lemon curd on the floor. Great. Oh well. I'll mop it up later. I don't try enough of my stuff when I'm with you, so here it is. Woo! Alright, so seriously, I'm so happy right now because this is so amazing. You don't even realize how good this is. Go to Trader Joe's, get their mix, make scones, make whipping cream. When you make the whipping cream, make it to where it's thick and you've got lift. You've got like, they call it peaks. This is pretty darn cold. I mean, this is thicker now. Listen, don't get that whipped cream, that Cool Whip. I'm going to tell you what. I don't want to go off another rant, but I'm going to because I'm so happy and I don't care. Buying that aerosol whipped cream I used to do in a pinch, there's chemicals in it. I'm telling you, there's carrageenan and some other things that are not good for you. Listen, this had heavy cream, cinnamon, cayenne pepper, real vanilla, and I think the maple syrup was a grade 8, but it's Trader Joe's. Listen, I'm telling you right now, there's nothing bad in what I've made. So why not make something, make it fun? Why not make something that's good for you? Too many things of chemicals. I am getting so tired of all the chemicals. And that's a whole other segment. I could just rant about chemicals in my soapbox of just all the stuff they're putting in our food that we're eating. That's why I like doing these things, because I'm making things that don't have all that garbage in it. Okay, well, you know what? Yeah. I think this is, I don't know who this is. Little Peggy March, or Little Peggy somebody. Well, you know what? I don't know who she is, and it doesn't matter. So, listen, I will follow food. I will follow recipe, and then I'm going to get it right. I'm going to let you go because I'm running, like, way over what I wanted to, but I just thought I would get out there my thoughts. It's a night of just my soapbox. It's a soapbox, icebox rant. This whipped cream is really good. I could just eat this alone with the curd, forget the scones. back and forth with a spoon. And I might do that when I get out of here. So, well, I'm not really going anywhere, but once I stop the camera. So, I'm just going to say, listen, enjoy what you do. And again, thank you to my my nephew Jake. That'd be weird. My nephew Jake, who loves limes, and this was inspired by him to make this lime curd. Go suck on a lime. It'll do you good. Till next time we get together on Beemore Foodie and eating can be fun. All together. Woot woot. See you then. Eat something yummy. Cheers.